EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the state of New Mexico and the high desert city of Albuquerque. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run with a rookie drafted in the 3rd round. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. From the 33, here's 2nd down and 7. To throw, Williams. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Scott. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
On 3rd down, it's Garner, and he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. Now, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while, because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And incomplete on the deep ball. DeAndre Swift, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd and short. When you look at this defense, well, they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
A 3rd down gain of 19. But we know that he can get 1st downs with his arm and his legs, Charles. And there, when he gets outside of the pocket, the defense has to account for both, and he's able to complete it for the 1st.
And he's very comfortable outside of the pocket. Some quarterbacks, that's not their thing. For him, that seems to be the #1 asset to his game. Gets out into the open field, things seem to break down the secondary a little bit, and he picks out the right target.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Williams from the gun on 3rd down. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw. May. Here's a diving catch right side. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. To the air, May. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Touchdown! A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Armadillos have answered that early field goal to take a first quarter lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Throwing is Williams. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. That'll bring up second down. When you look at this defense, they come into this one rounding out the top 10 in the 10 spot against the run. Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks. And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to it.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
To throw, it's Williams. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's May. And this taken in by Downs. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. Throwing here is May. He's got his target. That's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 right at the 40. On play action, May on the move to his left. Looking left side, and it's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's May. This pass left side to Downs. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll throw with May. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Armadillos are able to extend their lead. Boswell good with the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. That'll be caught. It's Scott through the middle of the field. Touchdown, Chicago! Tyler Scott, 74 yards. And the Bears are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go now.
And they go play action with May. Rolling to his right. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Now run straight ahead with Warren. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's May. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Armadillos are able to stretch out their lead. Boswell for the extra point. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. It's good, and it's 21-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now a handoff up the middle. Garner. And some space here.
And this will be a Bears first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line. To the air, Williams. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that, but that would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Oh, I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
Looking to throw is Williams.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. This offense so far on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Here's Williams. That's complete. Roma Dunze. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They'll look to throw again.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
To Pierce, they set up the screen.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
1:55 left to go in the first half of play. Throwing again here, Williams.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Back to throw again. And his throw here is incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. The tight end in motion right. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
An audible here to get a new look. Oh, they're changing this at the line. On 4th down, here's Williams. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's Marte Mapu.
Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is up to 18 now. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle.
Locates Hardman for another catch. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Williams going to look to throw again. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Garner. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On second down, they'll run it here. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Back to throw. Williams. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Bates' kick is good. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
1 second, all that remains.
They'll throw now on the final play.
That's going to be taken in by Downs.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half. And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down inbounds.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
From the gun on third down, it's May.
He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
They'll try and throw for it with May.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
They'll go play action here with Williams. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones.
And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were in nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 34. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 down at the 31. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Dancing to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there, because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Looking to throw, May.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic. But if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Throwing is Williams.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
Marcus Jones picks it.
And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. They'll send the tight end in motion. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin.
Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is a team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
To throw, Williams.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right here.
To throw, it's Williams. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet.
And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left.
They'll go. Here's Williams.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. This is caught inside the 15.
Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now.
Moore, the man in motion. Again, he'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the second half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there is just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a poor one, especially given the new rules. They're going to be backed up deep to start this drive.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception.
It's Brian Branch with it.
And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. 28 yards.
And the Armadillos are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Boswell good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And
that's caught inside the 35. Then he will finally be taken down. But how about that play? It's a big one on the final act. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Garner. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. Second and 2. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he will find Scott on the right side complete. They work now on 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Williams. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Scott. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Tyler Scott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2. Williams going to throw for it. Flush to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Oh, they try a lateral on the return, and now the ball's loose. And he will get in for the 2 points to get this back to a 3-score game. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the hands team does its job. They're able to secure it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
Let's go now.
On play action, May. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Here's a handoff out of the gun. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
To the air, May. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A big-time sack there on 4th down. And the Bears will get the football back. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other.
And now here's another interception. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines,
and got his man complete.
Now he's into the clear again.
And touchdown. A big play there. 95 yards.
And the Armadillos are on their way to a 2-0 start.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flushed out right. And my goodness, another interception. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. So now, just like that, things change dramatically. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
He'll try again. Yeah, this time he'll get down close to the goal line, but not quite in as he stopped at the 1-yard line. 3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. To throw, it's May.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there, because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open, just a split second too late on the release. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning.
Here's Williams.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. To the air, Williams.
Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. They'll run on 1st down. It's Garner. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Looking to throw is Williams.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is down to 24. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the fourth quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Albuquerque,
they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.